Oh. Hey, Pauline, this is Brandy. We will be starting around 8 o'clock. I was just going ahead and logging in to make sure I didn't need to do any updates or anything. You hear my daughter coming in and out. She's trying to order pizza. I have 5 children, so just a heads up. Hopefully we can get through this without too many interruptions, but my husband works evenings, so we're going to give it a try. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, you actually muted yourself, but I'm going to be muting everybody at some point anyway, just to make sure that we don't have a bunch of people talking over top of each other. But I can see your messages, so everything's good. Pauline, have you been with Simply Aroma for a while? Awesome. I type fast too. I used to be a medical transcriptionist. I've been with Simply Aroma since not this February, but the previous February. Have you done your launch party yet? You see my name out there for a while. I kind of dive right into things. Oh, that's awesome. It's great to go ahead and get started. I'm glad to hear that you already did your launch. Yeah. Yep, whenever you get started, it's definitely a good thing. Get things rolling. Let's see if anybody else has joined us yet. It was just, oh, there's several others now. Say, hey, Amanda Spring. Hi, Ruth Payne. Jane Carper. Bryce. Is everybody in wishing well? Great. Okay, well, since we're all here just a little bit early, I was just going to make sure that everybody knows kind of where to find some stuff there. It'll help out if you're looking for recipes and stuff. Okay, can you see my screen? Okay, so whenever you go into photos, sorry, I'm sure you're going to hear my kids in the background. Then you see albums. And then right here, you're going to find that we've got some albums that we've been putting together for hostesses. I'm not just do that over. Sorry. Okay. All right. So we've been working on some things to kind of help you guys out. Christy put together this nice insect remedies one. All of these are in 4x6, by the way, the ones that I'm going to show you. These ones are great for getting printed and giving out as hostess gifts. And what we did was we compiled several of these, and we suggested people do this through groovebook.com or the Groovebook app. If you do it that way, you get up to 100 prints done for $2.99, and that includes your shipping and handling. It comes bound, so it's ready to give out to a hostess, and so many people are really excited about them. So if you click into the albums, again, this one's going to be full of kind of spring, summer type things with what to do if you get bug bites, stuff like that. And so this is the album that Christy put together for everybody. So it gives things like spider bites, ticks. And if you go back out, sorry, everybody's going to contact me right now. Okay. Of course, the albums. Again, there's a hostess one that we actually all compiled together during the Welcome Back event. Several people submitted supply or recipes and stuff, and so I went through and made some 4x6 cards. Some of these are from a few other consultants as well, but if you go through these, you're going to find a variety, like a wide variety of different types of things. These would be great things to also do as gifts. You could do a hair wax. That's going to be like a hard hair wax for him. The sugar scrubs, lip scrubs, hand sanitizer, aftershave, cologne, lip gloss, bronzing lotion. That would probably be a good one for this time of year. Anyway, if you go through, there's just like a lot of variety in this album. And this is the album that would be like probably your first album that you would give away as a hostess reward. But then if they do another one, you could always do a different album. Okay. Let me see. I can't read your question. Just a minute. Oh, yeah, you could definitely do that. I just tried to get as many as I could into one album, so that way if you wanted to print all of them, you could. Diana, did we start early? We kind of sort of did, but we're not talking about anything on topic. Actually, what I'm doing is giving a quick overview of where to find a few things in Wishing Well in case if people got on early to kind of fill a little bit of time. So then also here, Christy has the diffuser recipes, and then we did some fall invitations. If you click on there, you can print off some 4x6 invitations. And then we have a fall recipe album. This is full of things that would be fun, little gifts, or even some foods that maybe you would make for your guests that come. And Amanda Spring, no, it's Groovebook, groovebook.com. Diana, can you type that in there? Oh, thank you, Pauline. Okay, yeah. So the recipe album for the fall stuff is going to have a lot of foods, apple, squash, things like that you can do, and some things maybe that you could use the olive oil with for at parties to kind of help get things going. But we're hoping to kind of make a collection of several different types of recipe books so we can give it out. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? Okay. Is that better, Diana? Did that help? Diana, if you're friends with Kim, can you check in with her and see what she needs? It's Kim Edgehill. Okay. What time are we in at? 7:56. Okay, so then in Wishing Well, if you go into the Files section, that's where you're going to find a lot of things that have been compiled by consultants like Christy, me, other people who've submitted some recipes and stuff. So if you go in, you're going to see all kinds of recipe books, all kinds of stuff. Some testimonials, the price per drops document. But this is also where you're going to find like the 165 ways to use your free kit, the full thing about that. And a lot of information like the 369 guideline, the other recipes from webinars, information from any of the trainings that Christy has put on. If she's uploaded anything, it's going to be in here. The safety guidelines, that one's good. It's got stuff about like if there's somebody who has a heart problem or stuff like that, which oils they need to avoid. The drawing slips. So if you're going to have an event and you need to have some drawing slips or you wanted to use them during a during a party, you could use those. And then, of course, what's the difference between Simply Aroma, Young Living, and doTERRA? That's a question that comes up all the time, so it's always good to have an overview of that available to you. I would download that and keep it. And like I said, you're going to find the 165 uses for the Simply Aroma free kit right here. Pardon me. Sorry about that. What are... I honestly don't know. I don't think that should be in there. I'm actually going to get with Christy on that and ask her. But you can create loyalty cards of your own. Some kind of like a bounce back coupon is also good. Referrals. You could have like a referral thing where when anybody sends you somebody, if they buy any items at that party, you could give them, say, 10% off of anything they buy at the party that person puts on. All right. Okay, so we are getting close to time to start. Does anybody have any quick questions before we begin? Okay, Angie's wondering if anybody does a returning hostess discount like Pampered Chef does. You know, everybody can do their own things, but I would, as opposed to doing that, they're going to get free product anyway for being a hostess. I would give them the albums so that it gives them more ways that they can go ahead and use the oils. And then once they're using the oils, they're going to want more oils, so it'll help you get them back for more stuff. And Diana says that she gives oils that she has in stock as her incentives for rebooking. And that's a good way, but you want to make sure that you don't do so many incentives that's all you're going to do is give out all of the money that you received through incentives. So you want to watch how much you incentivize and make sure that you're using it to get what you need. So if you need more parties, you want to use it to get yourself more parties. If you're needing more people to attend the party, you want to use it for your hostess to get them incentivized to invite more people, or to get their guests incentivized to bring in other people. Okay, so we are going to do the gift giving thing, and we're going to do a lot of training on that. But as a little pre-meeting thing, I wanted to go over a few things that we're going to be battling this time of year. And one of the really big issues that we're going to be battling this time of year is going to be our schedules. Everybody is going to be super busy, and it's going to create a lot of question about, well, how do I fit this in to my business? How do I fit my business into my life? How do I make sure that I have everything balanced out? So I actually have created a little guide. It's not, a set in stone guide, but it should be something that can kind of help you to determine how much time you should be putting into your different aspects of your business. You want to be able to develop a well-balanced business. So here I'm putting that up over in the seasonal gift giving training, and I'll go ahead and pull that up on our board here. Okay, so here is our little guide to how much time you should be spending on the different parts of your business. And this is really to help make sure that you are giving your customers the amount of time that they need, and that you're preparing for your parties and stuff, but you're also getting in a little bit of recruiting time and team building, and of course your personal development time, which is really, really important. During that time, you're going to want to be reading from books that are inspiring, from people who are in the industry that have made it big, because they're going to have a lot of really valuable advice. So this is the time that you're going to be picking up books like GoPro, stuff like that. And this is for if you're really wanting to build a business, but even if you're not wanting to build a business aspect out of this, if this is more a personal use, or you're just wanting a small business, it's a really great way to start learning more about life in general, because there's so much applicable, and it's really a phenomenal way to start learning about yourself. So I encourage you to take some time and do some self-development either way. But here is, if you're wanting to build yourself a good business, a strong business with Simply Aroma, this is our ideal balance to making sure that you have everything that you need in your business and it's growing evenly the way that it needs to. And of course, you're going to want to be open to yours may flex a little bit, but something like this should be your area of what it's going to look like. Now, the second thing I want to talk about real quick is your labeling and your packaging for when you're giving away your gifts. You want to make sure that your label includes information about how to use the product. So if you're making snowman soup, you want to explain to them how much water to put in with how much of the snowman soup. And you're going to want to have all that information on there. But you're still going to also want to have your ingredients list. And if you happen to be using an oil that has been blended, so it's a pre-blended oil like Shield or Splendorize, you're going to need to list out the individual oils. And that's best because that way you can make sure that those people have that information in case if they have a medical condition that makes them unable to use certain oils, or if they have an allergy or something, you want to make sure they have all the information about what you are making. So you want to make sure that you include all of that on there. And the third thing you need to think about with your gift is when you're labeling it, when you're making the packaging for it, Are you hoping that this person is going to be a customer? Are you hoping that this person's eventually going to sign up? And you can kind of gear up for which way you want this to go, and start planting seeds in that direction. And that way your packaging can kind of be branded towards whatever it is you're going for. We want to talk just really briefly about understanding how to make a choice between whether you're trying to develop that relationship as a customer versus as a recruit. If you're recruiting them, then you've got to be prepared for the fact that they're not going to be buying from you. But if you start recruiting them too soon, they aren't going to learn about how to use the essential oils as easily. They're going to maybe get a little bit frustrated because they don't know what to share or how to share it. They won't be ready to do parties. So it's better that if you're feeling like they're going to be a regular customer, that you give them that opportunity to experience the party and make sure that they really would want to participate in this. Otherwise, they ought to be a hostess and get the items for free. Sorry. So to qualify whether or not you want to move them into that hostess category, you should think about, one, do you want to have to work with the person every day? Are they somebody who is going to work well with your team? 2, do they love the products? 3, do they understand the company? Like, do they understand it's a party plan company? Are they ready to party? Or are they just personal use? 4, are they relatable? And 5, do they have a go-getter attitude? And those things you can kind of weigh back and forth, but you want to decide whether that person is the ideal person for your team, where you're at, if you're choosing to do it. Now, you can share the free kit with as many people as you like, but if you go and you share it with everyone, it can really be a disservice to you and your business. If you go telling everybody about the free kit before you have a chance to develop that relationship with them, it can actually hurt them as much as it hurts you, because they won't have the knowledge of what the essential oils are for and how to use them. And it's harder when you get thrown into the middle of everything and you're not really ready to learn it. Okay. Now, one more thing that I wanted to go over is I really want to encourage you guys that even if you are not planning to actually have a business and you just want to be personal use, I want to encourage you to go ahead and do a launch party, because you'll be able to get all of the oils that you could possibly need or want for free that way. And you'll also be able to get a little extra cash, and you can share it with your friends, and, you know, it's just a fun experience. So if you take that little bit of time and you go ahead and develop that relationship with some people, then regardless, you'll have a few people you have some oils in common with, but it'll give you some free stuff, which is great. Yes. Diana's saying share, share, share. Build with those that love the oils locally. Building locally is a great way to grow your business stronger. I'm so sorry, you guys. And if you go ahead and you build your business locally stronger, then you're going to have the ability to go ahead and have like community outreach things. You're going to be able to get together and have little gatherings. It's just a really awesome way to grow your team and get to interact, and it develops a really strong relationship. Okay, now I also want to say that I've been a little bit sick for the last few days, so I haven't been able to do as much as I was going to, but I'm still going to be pushing out a lot of little trainings on little ones that you can do. But here's kind of what we're going to do. We're going to tonight we're going to release a few videos on how to make a few of the items, and then over the next few days there's going to be more videos released. Hopefully the ones over the next couple of days are going to be a little bit better, but I had a little bit of a struggle with my kids tonight with it. So we're going to release those videos on how to do it. But what we want you to do is think about whether you're going to use these as an opportunity to get your groups of party people together and do it. Are you going to try and get local people together and teach them as a group how to do this? Are you going to teach a bunch of people how to go out and teach their friends how to do these things? You know, you need to think about different ways that you can do this. You can always not add the oil in and gift them a bottle of oil with it, and that will help. Hi, Christy. If you add a bottle of oil with your product instead of adding the oil in, then you can give them several ways to use that bottle of oil, and that will help introduce them into a variety of ways to use it and get them more familiar. And Diana says, my favorite way is to give the basic and give them the oil. It's a good option. I mean, it will really depend on what's most feasible for you. And if you can do it that way, it's awesome. And then you can give them the recipe along with it, a little recipe card, and let them make more of it. And if you get them using it, it makes it easier. Again, we're going to give you a few of these little trainings on how to use these oils. But another thing that you don't want to forget about is we still have the Pure Drop that comes with the Jovial for free. And we also have the olive oil, the exclusive gold wax olive oil with Jovial for free as well. And so we want to make sure that we promote those. And while olive oil and the necklace are both higher end items, if you get them using the olive oil, they're going to really notice the difference between our olive oil and the store's stuff. And so you're probably going to get a customer out of that. If you've got the necklace and you've gifted them the necklace, they're going to need oils to put on a necklace. It's another great option. Anyway, so there's a lot to come. One of the things that I'm going to show is my magic stain remover spray and my snowman soup. I'm going to show you how to make instant oatmeal. We're going to do some lotion, some lip balms, pillow spray, poopery, bath bombs, hand sanitizers, dryer balls, and several other items. If you guys have anything in particular you're really wanting to learn, then you can put that up, and I would love to share that with you. Pardon me for just one moment. Sorry about that. Okay. Any sound? I don't have any sound. Can everybody hear me okay? Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions, suggestions, anything that we can touch on real quick here? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to, over in the seasonal gift giving thing, we're going to be putting up some little videos. Hopefully the ones that I do tomorrow will turn out a little bit better than the ones from today, but I hope you guys at least get a little bit out of them. We're going to go ahead and put those up, and Diana's going to be sharing a couple of things with us also. If you guys do come up with some requests of things that you'd be done or see how they turn out or whatever, you can give us a little shout. Or if you have any great ideas of things that you want to share, make sure you share that in the group. So we're just going to go ahead and get over to the event. Make sure that you have everybody that you can in that event so that they can all share in that. These are great things that you can use for gifting yourself to people that you know, putting in a little bit of a hint, hey, this is me. This is what I do. This is what I want to share. It's a great idea for your customers if you teach them to make these items. If you teach them how to share them, you could help them have a way to do an activity with a friend around the holidays where it's kind of a harder time to do that. So if you get in there and you get some parties scheduled, you can do make and takes where people are able to then go ahead and take these items and gift them out. So it'd be a really great opportunity for you to grow your business if you go ahead and you teach, because people are going to love that. So now we're going to go ahead and head on over into the event. Again, that's the seasonal gift giving training, and this will be posted up in that event as well, so you'll be able to watch that there if you haven't seen it here. Anybody have any questions before we leave? Okay. I'm going to take that as a no. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out, and we're going to go on over into the event. Thank you.